Welcome back to another episode at Surfview Gardens. The series is Permacuties, Homestead Hotties, and Titillating Trailblazers. In today's segment, we're going to feature Morag and MyLittleHomestead. Stay tuned. All right, here we go. Permacuties, Homestead Hotties, and Titillating Trailblazers. Our first one is Morag, and she is in Australia. And she has this really nice YouTube channel called Our Permaculture Life. 43,000 subscribers, and she is a fantastic person.
My name is Morag. I'm a permaculture teacher, designer and writer. With my family, I live a simple, debt-free life in a permaculture eco-village in the Australian subtropics. My edible landscape is low maintenance, abundant and a great sense of joy. We've built our own house, a modular house which collects all its own water and power and processes its waste. In this series of films, I'd like to show you around.
Hi, I'm Morag, and this is my permaculture garden. This is winter in the garden. I'm going to take you for a bit of a tour around and see what's happening. In this garden, it's a mixed polycultural garden. There's food, fibre, medicine, fodder. A lot of the things in this garden I've not planted. They're self-seeding, annuals, and a lot of the things are perennials too. So I'd like to introduce you to a lot of the different plants that I have and how you can actually grow an abundance of food simply and easily without using any pest management, active pest management strategies. My pest management is nature itself.
She has all sorts of videos about how to do this and that in permaculture. She teaches courses on permaculture. And I highly suggest that you go to her Morag. You can search that in YouTube. And I'll have it down below in the description, the link. But she's incredible. So let's watch one of her videos and see what she has to say.
So these off-cut leaves will not go to waste at all. I'm going to take these down and pop them into my liquid fertilizer bucket. I grab as much comfrey as I can during the growing season and just fill up buckets that then I top up with water. I've made a film about this before. I'll make a link below so that you can actually click on that and have a look at how I make my liquid fertilizer tea. So this is comfrey as a great liquid fertilizer, and so it's the offcuts that I use for that. Now you might notice too that I've actually left part of the comfrey in the ground. So I prized up a section around it and left this one in. So this will continue to flourish. It's still got its deep root system in there, and I just took off the side of the plant. So that really helps a lot. Now, this large root section here that I've got, it's got one little bit left on there. I can snip that bit off here, and then the bigger root section I can actually chop into small chunks. 1, 2, 3, and each one of those will become a plant too. So I've got lots of comfrey to plant out, and I can put some in a pot and get it going, but mostly what I do is just open the soil and plug it straight in. So I'll show you how I do that now. I'll just put a couple along here just to demonstrate.
That Morag is quite a woman and quite a person and quite a permaculture person. She's one of the top women in permaculture. I can't think of one higher, but I know that Elaine Ingham is certainly in that honor roll too. But in any event, Morag, check her out. Next we have MyLittleHomestead, a family in Benson, Arizona, and they are full of energy. And there's the mother Shelley, and the older daughter Bree, and Shay, Bryson, Garen, and the father Gary. They exude, they zeal energy. And there's also a cute little gal, a woman that Garen married named Kelly, and you will see her in the more recent videos. She's expecting with a baby, but she's just full of energy too. So this is like a 1,000-watt light bulb of a family making homes in Benson, Arizona, southeast of Tucson. So let's watch some stuff of theirs. Here it is, My Little Homestead, 198,000 subscribers. They have a real sense of innovation. The kids are always busy doing stuff, and a lot of renovation. It used to be, here's the deal. Originally, when the kids were small, they were promised, I think when they were 15, to have their own little house, their own little, these little, there's no plumbing in them, but they're, because they go back to the house for the main bathrooms and stuff and kitchen, but they have their own little houses, and they're sandbagged, rammed earth sandbag homes. Pretty cool. And each kid gets to design, to be part of the team that designs them. And they each cost about less than $5,000, and the whole family works on them together. But once they got them all finished with the kids, then they started working on different things like desks, sand rails, kitchens, workshops, things that were beyond the original construction. But if you ever fancied building a house out of Earthbags, and they show you how to do it all, the mom is really a lot of fun energy, and so is the dad, Gary. The kids are just pistols. They're just really bright, very funny. There's Bryson. He's a lot of fun. He's like kind of like the professor on Gilligan's Island, but without any concern for stuff that he's never done before. He'll jump in with both feet. And like I say, it's all about Earthbag homes, and they have a real sense of art. The mom is like a real innovator too. If somebody says, what do you think about this, Mom? And she goes, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Very encouraging. And they'll pull apart cars, all sorts of stuff. And they have a double, roof that has a staircase up there, and then one of them even has a downstairs, Earthbag downstairs. So if you've never seen this place before, and if you hit the playlists, this is pretty good. They'll have the playlists for all the different projects that they have. Shay's bedroom, and all the different bedrooms and such. So check them out, and we'll look at some segments from stuff that I think showcases the personalities. So hang in there, and we'll start that right now.
Ago, we got this crazy idea to build a bedroom for each of the kids.
After a few decisions about what type of building method, both alternative and tradition, we decided on the one that was the most abundant to us.
Dirt.
All of us kids have gotten an Earthbag bedroom except for Shay.
We started this 6-7 years ago. We decided we were just going to build a bedroom for each of the kids, and off we went, starting off with Bree with great aspirations.
Oh yeah, we're going to bang these out like boom, 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 you know.
Mommy, Did you catch that on video?
What?
He took the saw and he was trying to cut it and he went to the dirt bag.
Bree's room, she was like interested in a drum space.
That's gonna be my bed. That's gonna be my closet. That's gonna be my drum area.
Then you got different financial things. You know, we run out of bags and we don't know where to buy the bag. There's just different stresses that happen through the years that we're putting these together. Each one got a little bit more elaborate.
Well, I mean, you know, yeah, each one had its own style, its own purpose, its own theme.
Each one was designed by the kids.
And then Garen kind of had this castle look. And then we experimented with his exterior a little bit too.
We were into the paper bags on Garen's room.
Yeah, it's kind of like the hula hoop. You kind of go through these little stages, I guess. And so.
Bryson at one time was really into the stars, and that's why he had that patio to put the telescope on.
You know, not everything's all honky-dory and roses, right? I mean, there's stresses and time commitments. You know, there were times when some of us had to be away. And
this stuff is really cool.
I'm helping you out, Dad.
Thanks, Tiny.
You don't think about the time that you're going to be spending with the kids, working side by side, and you get to see them in stressful situations, in happy situations, and all of the whole gamut, and it helps you as a parent be able to address some of the issues that come up and help the kids through things, and they help us probably more than we help them, that we need to be patient, and it was turned out to be just a really wonderful experience, and more than just building buildings, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. No, really, sometimes it was more, what do I do here? I know that this should look like that. The kids and everybody's working on it. And I'm going, do I leave it or do I go back and change it? And usually I just left it. I thought, you know, it's better for me, for them to have that sense of accomplishment. It's not hurting anything. That's the look. And that is just the way it's going to be. And I learned through that. It's organic. That was our saying. It's organic.
I've had a lot of time to think about what I want for my room. But as I was designing it, I realized it was a heart shape.
Design can sometimes just happen accidentally, and I didn't intend to have this perfect third idea. And it just seemed that two hearts, like one going one way and one going the other way, kind of came out that way.
We're going down one yardstick. This is going to be the one circle that's going to be 3 foot lower than the other circle.
How's it going, guys?
It's going beautiful.
The dogs were such a ginormous help. They moved dirt and moved sticks.
If they were able to actually get the dirt out of the hole, that would be a lot more productive rather than just moving it from one place to another.
He's watching you dig and he goes, I can do that.
It's getting deep. The root of our problem's right there. Root herd.
Our family moved from the city to the country. Thanks for taking part in our adventure. We have new videos every Friday evening.
Well, I hope you enjoyed looking at Morag Gamble and also My Little Homestead. And know that there's a world to explore in both of those. And know that the series continues, Permacuties, Homestead Hotties, and Titillating Trailblazers. Last week we had the Tapanath Farm in Scotland, off-grid Hawaii, in Hawaii of course. And next week, or next volume I should say, will be the Thousands of Roots show, the Smith family in Missouri, and then we have McKenna, Mackenzie, and Spencer in Life Uncontained in Oklahoma. And then in the future shows we have Jake and Nicole living with off-grid with Jake and Nicole, Amelia and JP in Ecuador, Gridlessness in Canada, and then Max and Lee somewhere in South America. And then of course we have Off-Grid with Doug and Stacy, which I think is in Missouri. So I hope you enjoyed the show this week, and as usual, like, subscribe, tell a friend, and have yourself some great time off.